All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back. This is our second day of our hatha yoga, day 2. So go ahead and have a seat in the middle of your mat, kind of like me. We're going to start with our ujjayi breathing. Remember, that's where we deep inhale through the nose. And as we exhale out, we're creating that fog-like sensation, but through the nasal cavity. So we're doing breaths in through the nose. You're going to hold for a brief second. You're going to exhale out through the nose, nice and long. We're going to do it together. So as you're settling into your seated position, placing your hands nicely relaxed on top of your knees. You can just have them resting here. Arms can be extended out. I'll leave that up to you. I want you to think about that string pulling up on the crown of your head. That way your spine's nice and long. You're going to go ahead and close your eyes if you'd like to do so as we focus on our breath. So we're going to begin nice deep in through the nose. Ready, and inhale. And slow exhale out through the nose. Nice and long. Again, breathing in through the nose. And long out. Breathing in. And out. Breath in. And exhale. Breath in. And exhale. Breathe in. And out. Couple more. Breathing in. Exhale out. Breath in. Exhale out. 2 more. Breath in. Exhale out. Breath in. And exhale out. Very nice. Go ahead and open those eyes if your eyes are closed. Going back to natural breathing, we're going to start stretching the neck. So placing that right ear to right shoulder, and just let it hang there for a second. Again, letting gravity just take over, letting the shoulders just relax as you take those deep breaths. Good, and then we're going to slowly bring that chin down forward to where that chin is kind of tucking into the chest, letting that head hang heavy, and just allowing that stretch through the neck as you breathe. Traveling to the other side, left ear on top of left shoulder. As you hold it here, letting gravity take over, lengthening of that neck. Feels like a good stretch, no pain here. As you take those nice deep breaths. Traveling back, we're going to bring that chin down towards the chest and let the head just hang heavy, pausing in the center, feeling that stretch through the back of your neck. One more time, we're going to take it back to that right side. right ear on top of shoulder. As you pause there, nice deep breaths. Whatever feels good for you for your breath. Again, letting that head just relax, feeling that deep sensation through the back of the neck. And allow that chin to roll forward, tucking that chin into the chest, pausing at the middle, feeling that stretch through the back of the neck, maybe allowing that chin to fall a little deeper. And rolling to that other side to where that left ear is on top of that left shoulder. As we rest here, feeling that side stretch through the neck. And then gently bring that head to neutral. We're going to do a little spine stretching here while we're in a seated position. So you're going to take that right hand, place it on top of the left knee, take the left arm behind you, and just a little gentle twist as we look behind over that left shoulder, lengthening a little stretch through the spine here, looking over that left shoulder as you're taking those deep breaths. Good, and then slowly release. We're taking it to the other side. Left arm placing on top of the right knee, taking that right arm behind you, and gently as you twist over to the right side, looking over that right shoulder. Good, and then gently release from there. We're going to come into all fours, so in our tabletop position. Cat-cow, where we move our spine. So you're going to start by inhaling, extend the back and look up. And as you exhale, we're tucking the chin and rounding the spine. Inhale as we extend and look up. And as you exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Inhale as you extend and look up. And exhale as you tuck the chin and round. Inhale as we look up. And exhale as you tuck the chin and round the spine. Inhale, extending the back and looking up. And as we tuck, we chin and round the spine. Coming back to neutral, we're going to come into downward dog. So as we tuck those toes, bring the hips nice and high. Kind of shift around, bend one knee, keep the other leg straight. Add some movement here as you're coming into your downward dog. Bending both knees, straightening them out. Just applying some movement here. Shaking your head, yes. Shaking your head, no. You can also sway a little bit side to side. Just whatever is presenting in your body today. Seeing how you feel. Come into a still with your downward dog. We're going to take that right arm and we're going to reach over to that left foot as you're twisting and looking underneath the arm. As you hold here with one hand. Reaching back, we'll switch it to the other side, taking that left arm, reaching towards that right foot and hold. And placing it back. On those toes, one tippy toe at a time. Bring yourself to where your feet meet your hands at the tops of your mats and your forward fold. Let that upper body hang heavy.
So think about your arms just being relaxed, head and neck, everything is just released, dangling, letting gravity take over here. Grab a hold of opposite elbows for ragdoll if that feels good. A little sway side to side can help stretch out different places from our low back, hips, and hamstrings. Pausing in one side if you'd like. Seeing how slight movement can feel for you. Again, relax that head and neck. Let it hang heavy. Releasing the arms, that way they're just dangling. Relaxed. And the goal here is seeing how much you can get that upper body to reach that lower body. Good, and nice and slowly begin to rise, one vertebrae at a time, until you're up to stand. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start at the tops of our mat, sun salutation, toes and feet together, arms by the side in mountain pose. As we are here in mountain pose, let's take a few deep breaths. Refocus our mind, set yourself for your intention for your class. See how your body presents itself, listening to our bodies, also honoring however it shows up for us. All right, inhale, bring those arms up. And as we exhale, we round the spine, coming into forward fold. Release the hands, let the head and neck relax. Inhale, halfway lift, where we brush our shins, pulling those shoulder blades away from the ears, holding here. Remember, nice L shape with the body. And as you exhale, we round. We're gonna bend the knees a lot so we can step it back with the right. And then the left, coming into your plank. Squeezing the knees, pressing with the heels. As you exhale, chaturanga, gently lower all the way down, release the feet. Inhale into cobra as you push with the palms, elbows stay bent, gazing forward. Tuck the toes, and as you exhale, hips high, downward dog. Like to give myself a few steps forward, that way my feet aren't too far away from me. Pushing my head through, hips staying nice and high, and our heels are slightly elevated. 2 breaths here, nice deep inhale through the nose, out the mouth. 1 more breath, and exhale out. Bend the knees, look up at the hands, big step forward with that right, and with the left, coming back into your forward fold. Inhale into halfway lift, creating that L, pulling that shoulder blades away from the ears. Exhale, round the spine. Arms by the side, inhale all the way up. And exhale, swan dive down, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, brushing the shins, just coming halfway, creating that L, pulling the shoulder blades away from the ears. We exhale, we round. Bend the knees a lot. Step it with the left now, and then the right, coming into your plank. Squeeze and lock out those knees. Exhale, chaturanga, gently coming all the way down. Release the feet. Inhale, cobra, pressing with the palms, elbows stay bent as you're gazing forward, shoulders down and back. Tuck the toes and exhale, push high into downward dog. Wiggle into that downward dog. Feet are the width of the mat as your hips staying high, heels slightly elevated as you push your head through your arms. 2 breaths here, nice deep inhale and exhale out. 1 more breath in. And exhale out. Bend the knees, look up at your hands. Big step with that left, and then the right coming back into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Brush those shins, pull those shoulder blades away from the ears. Exhale, round. Arms by the side. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, round. Bend the knees a lot, step it or hop it. Bring yourself into plank. Squeeze those legs, lock them out. Exhale, chaturanga, gently lower. Push, inhale into cobra. Shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the toes in, exhale, downward dog. Readjust, settling in, hips nice and high. Feel slightly elevated. Breath in. Exhale out. One more breath in. Exhale out. Bend the knees, look up at your hands. Big step forward. Meeting back at the front of the mat. Hands to feet, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Brushing the shins, creating that L. Exhale, round. Arms by your side. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Round. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale. Step it or hop it. Bring yourself into plank. Hold here. Take a breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Fight gravity as you gently come all the way down. Release the feet. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Pushing with the palms, chest lifted. Elbows are bent if you're cobra. Straight for up dog. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward dog. Shift back into your downward dog. Hips nice and high. Breath in, out. One more time. Nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Bend the knees, look up at the hands. Big step forward. Back into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, round. Inhale all the way up. We've got two more. We're gonna go just a little faster. Exhale, forward fold. As we inhale, coming up into halfway lift. Exhale, step it or hop it. Bring yourself to plank. Take a breath and exhale, chaturanga. Elbows stay tucked, close. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward dog. One breath here. Inhale out. Bend the knees, look up at the hands, step or hop forward, back to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, round. Inhale all the way up. One more. Exhale, round, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it or hop it. Bring yourself to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward dog. Breath here. All right, we're gonna shift the weight onto that left leg. Inhale, right leg high. Knee to nose. As you exhale, drive that knee in, squeeze towards the nose. Inhale out. Exhale, breathe the knee in. Inhale out. Two more. Exhale, knee in. Inhale out. Last one. Bring that knee in. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that foot forward. As we inhale, we're coming into crescent lunge. So crescent lunge, right foot forward, back foot straight. Ball of the back foot so the heel's lifted. Hips are squared, reaching up with the arms. As we're holding here, nice deep breaths. Remember, at any point, if your arms start to feel tired, you can place your hands here in that prayer position. As we're breathing, we're thinking about squeezing that left quad, knee on top of ankle. We're just sitting down
even distribution, no weight forward, no too far back, but you can add that little back bend if you'd like. One more breath here. Opening up into warrior two, staying with that right side. So my little heels drop. So left heel behind me, right foot still in front, hips open, and I come into my warrior two. So back feet perpendicular, arms are out straight, right knee on top of ankle. I'm thinking about reaching with both arms, fingertips together, actively reaching. So forward and back as I pull, chest lifted, chin kind of on top of that shoulder as I gaze forward, right foot forward, left back, left's behind me. Holding here, squeezing and working through those legs. Breathe. Good. Moving into our extended side angle, placing that right forearm on the thigh as you reach across. If you want to keep it here, taking that block, if you have it, or water bottle, you can always place it next to that front foot as you reach, or placing that hand right next to the foot as you reach across. So find that level that works for you. Hold it there. Gazing towards the side of the room. So you always start down with our gaze, but as we get comfortable, rotate that head so you're facing the same way as your hips. Good. And staying here, and those that want to add it, remember you can take that left arm, place it behind you right underneath, and add that bind as you hold here. And if you added that bind, go ahead and release. And then inhale to rise. All right, from here, we're gonna shift it to our left side. So either you're doing your side plank with that right heel up and you're just getting nice and low, holding it here. If you can get all the way down, the goal is to see if you can get as low as you can on that left side. And you can always use a block to help you with balance. Sorry, I know I'm facing away from you guys, but if you can, placing the hand at heart center, and we're just holding it here. Focusing on that side lunge. Remember, a couple options. You can also be here too, as a modification. As you're breathing, bracing with the abs. You've gotten nice and low, you're on the ball of that left foot. Also pulling those shoulder blades down and back. Deep breaths. Good, and we're gonna slowly come all the way down so we can have a seat on the mat. Our right leg's gonna stay forward, left leg's gonna bend. So placing that left foot foot on the thigh, right foot's forward and it's bent here. We're gonna inhale, bring the arms up, flex the feet. And as you exhale, reaching for the right toes as you're dropping that forehead down. Remember, if you can't reach your feet, grab hold of your shins as you bend forward, ankles. If you aren't able to interlace but able to hold, totally fine too. If you're able to lock those fingers, do so. And the goal here is you're trying to get that chin to roll into the chest and forehead to knee. Nice deep breaths. With that exhale, the goal is to sink a little deeper into that stretch.
Deep breathing here. And gently come on up. We're going to shift that left knee so we can be able to place our left hand down. And we're going to roll onto that side so we can come into a side plank. So left knee is down, right leg straight as my left arm fingertips are facing away and I'm pressing on the palm. Right arm reaches up nice and high as I hold here. Taking those deep breaths. Now I'm going to squeeze my glutes, my butt cheeks as I drive my hips forward and I reach slightly behind me. As we're here and breathing, make sure to point your right toes down, help keep you balanced. Let that head and neck just relax. As we're driving the hips forward. And exhale, gently bring yourself back down. Same position as before, right foot still forward. Now we're gonna take that left leg and place it behind us. So instead of forward, it was behind. Arms are gonna reach up. And as you exhale, reaching forward, dropping that head and neck. Again, same thing. Forehead to knee as we're here and breathing. Deep breaths. Allowing your head and neck relaxing, chin into chest. Deep breaths here. With each exhale, sinking a little deeper into that stretch, letting those muscles elongate. We do a lot of tightening all day, so this is great to counter all of that. Good, and then slowly unwind from that. On your next inhale, slowly come up. We're gonna cross those legs in front of us so we can come into a plank. Send the legs back. Plank here, squeeze and lock out the legs. As you exhale, chaturanga. As we push, inhale to up dog or cobra. And as you exhale, downward dog. All right, taking it to that other side. So you're shifting the weight onto the right. Inhale, left leg up. As you exhale, knee towards nose, squeeze those abs. Inhale up. And as you exhale, squeeze in. Inhale up. And as you exhale, squeeze in. Last one, inhale up. And as you exhale, squeeze in, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that foot forward. On the ball of the back foot, inhale to rise, crescent lunge, left side. So as you slowly make your way up, remember checking here, knee to ankle, ball of that back foot, locking out that right leg, reaching up with the arms as we're here. Remember, we're trying to sit down and I have a weight and even distribution. I'm not too far forward and I'm not too far back. I'm sitting here, a little bit of a back bend if you'd like. Breathing, gazing forward, keeping that focus by staring at something as part of that meditation practice. Good, one more breath. Now we're going to open up into warrior 2. So where you drop that heel perpendicular with that foot, knee stays there, and now we extend those arms.
We're opening up those hips, gazing forward, reaching on both ends. So both arms are reaching out to the side, straight arms. So if I was to look to see fingertip to fingertip, creating a straight line, and so are my heels. Chin is kind of top of that shoulder, left shoulder, as I'm reaching and looking forward. Good. Holding here and breathe. Now we're going to do extended side angle, placing that left forearm to thigh as you reach across, holding here if you'd like. If you're able to, or have a block or a water bottle, remember you can always use something to help support you on the inner part of that front foot as you reach, or even getting that hand all the way down and reaching. So a couple of options on how you want to do it as we're holding here, gazing towards the other side of the room with that right arm and palms down, fingertips together as I'm reaching across towards something in front of me. And then as you're here, remember you can also add that bind, taking that left arm behind you, right arm on top, and hold. You're binding, go ahead and release that. Holding here, one more breath. And inhale up. All right, we're moving to that right side. So either you're doing that side lunge with here, that left foot pointed up, left leg is straight, right knee is bent. Or if you can get all the way low, the goal is to get as low as you can on that right side. So we're doing the opposite than what we just did. So we're shifting on that right knee, left leg is straight. Bracing with the abs, staying nice and tall as you're holding here. Deep breaths. A lot of patience with this type of style of yoga. It's all about keeping focus on your breathing, keeping that mind centered, focusing on you and your practice. So even if you're in that modified position of that right side, slowly make your way down onto the mat. Have a seat. Left leg still straight, right knee bends for our left side hurdle stretch. Inhale, we're gonna bring the arms up, interlace if you can, and exhale, come on down. Forehead to knee. We're thinking chin rolled into the chest, forehead down. Reaching for those shins if you can't reach the toes or ankle. Remember, you can always use that block or roll a towel underneath the knee that's bent. If you need a little help, support on the hips. Good deep breaths. Getting deeper into that stretch with each exhale. Inhale to slowly unwind and come on up. Side plank on the right side. So shift the weight yourself so you can bring that right knee down. Left leg straightens. I'm on my right hand. And I'm gonna reach up nice and high with that left arm. And then as I exhale, I'm gonna think about pushing my hips slightly forward as I reach behind me, dropping that head and neck. squeezing through the glutes, reaching behind you, slightly anchoring down with the right foot and left. Good, and then gently bring yourself back down. This time, left foot stays straight, but right foot bends behind you. Inhale, bring the arms up. And as we exhale, reaching forward, dropping that forehead down. Thinking forehead to knee as we're here. And breathe. Good, and then on your inhale, slowly bring yourself up. We're gonna cross those legs in front of us. Bring the hands forward so we can send the legs back. Blink. And as you exhale, downward dog. Walk into that downward dog, hips stay nice and high. Breathe in and out. We're gonna bend the knees, look up at our hands. Big step forward to where our feet meet your hands at the tops of your mats, back into that forward fold. Toes and heels together, we're gonna come into chair, so we're gonna bend the knees a little, squeeze them nice and tight. Inhale, arms back and up as we hold into that imaginary chair. So as we're holding here, we're squeezing the knees, ankles, getting the hips nice and low. Our spine staying neutral. We're not hyperextending either, so no hyperextend, no rounding, keeping them here. Gazing forward, staring at something that isn't moving, refocusing on that breath. Bring the hands to heart center. As we hold here, we're gonna add that spinal twist, so taking that right elbow and twisting towards that left knee, getting a little bit lower down so you can get that elbow to knee as you twist and look over that left shoulder. Deep breaths here as we're twisting, gripping down with all 10 toes, keeping the pressure with the palms as you're twisting over that left shoulder as you gaze. Hold here. Inhale to rise, and then we'll switch sides, left elbow to right knee. As you're twisting, looking over that right shoulder. Good. Deep breaths, looking over that right shoulder. Focusing on that breath. Gripping down with all 10 toes. Inhale to rise. All the way, arms by the side. All right, we're gonna move into some balancing. Grab that sip of water if you'd like. Extended hand to toe. This is where hanging on to our big toe and arm out to the side. So we're gonna shift the weight onto that left leg, lifting that knee up nice and high and holding here. So remember, a couple options. If you're ready to grab 2 fingers, you're gonna grab onto your big toe, hold it there. Left arm is gonna extend out. And as we're holding here, if you're ready, you're extending that leg out to the side. And as you're holding it there, squeezing with the left quad, focusing on a focal point, staring on something that isn't moving. As we hold here and breathe. goal is to be on that one foot. Slowly make your way back, even if it's holding here, and then exhale down. All right, switching sides. So bringing that left knee up nice and high, holding it there. And if you can't reach your foot, remember you can just grab on to the shins and hold here. If you're ready, grabbing hold of your big toe with your 2 fingers. Right arm goes out to the side and kicking out, squeezing that right quad. Goal is to be on that standing leg as you hold out and breathe. And focusing on something that isn't moving, on your breath, activating those muscles, a little pressure between hand and foot. And then slowly make your way back to the middle and gently down. Eagle pose, so this one will face you guys. So remember, we're gonna get nice and low. We're gonna start with the right arm wrapping around the left, and then the left leg wraps around the right. So start with your arms up, nice and tall. Take a breath, and as we exhale, come down and swoop. Right arm's gonna wrap around the left as best as you can, getting nice and low, holding it there. Now take that left leg, inhale, and as you exhale, we're trying to wrap it around. So again, if you can't make it all the way around, you can point the toes down or hold here, the knees together to be on that standing leg. But if you can, the goal is to get all 5 toes to wrap around as we're here. The goal is to wrapping our arms together like rope, holding on that one standing leg, challenging our balance here as you're here and breathing. Good, keep that focus. Good, squeezing those legs together and arms. And gently unwind. Inhale to rise. We'll go straight right into the next side. So as we exhale, left arm wraps around the right, getting us close together, fingertips together, and wrapping around with the palms. Taking that right leg, inhale up, and as you exhale, wrapping it around. Little soft bend of that left knee. So you got those knees locked tight, squeezed together. Arms are wrapped on top of the legs, holding here an eagle. Good, and breathe. Keeping that focus, finding that stillness. Good, and gently release. Inhale up and exhale down. All right, we're gonna go through one more time our sun salutation. Make your way to the tops of your mat. Mountain pose. Arms by your side, toes and feet together. Inhale, arms up. And as we exhale, we round into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop it. Bring yourself to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. To exhale, downward dog. Coming into puppy, so we're gonna drop onto our knees. Reach forward with the arms, drop that forehead down, and let our hips stay up nice and high. We're pressing the chest down as we rest our forehead and our arms, feeling that through the middle of your back. Deep breaths.
Good. And breathe. Slowly bring your arms inwards so you can come into a tabletop. We're going to thread the needle starting with that right side. So inhale, bring that right arm up. And as you exhale, bring it under through that left arm, palm facing up, resting on that right shoulder as the left arm reaches out in front of you, resting the head on the mat. And breathe. The more pressure you put your body onto that shoulder, the deeper the stretch. So listen to your body, whatever feels good for you. Right palm is facing up, back of the hand is resting on the floor. As you deep breathe here. Good, and slowly bring it back. Reach the arms up and set it back down. Left side, so reach that left arm nice and high. And exhale, swing it through, resting on that shoulder, walking that right arm in front, and resting on the mat. Left palm is facing up as you're resting on that left shoulder. Deep breaths here. Good, and then slowly bring that right arm close so you can bring yourself up, reach high with that left arm, and set it down. All right, we're gonna bring our arms out into a T position. So out like a T, we're gonna stretch again our shoulders, starting with the left side first. So come onto your belly, laying flat, arms out into T. We're gonna bring that right arm close to underneath your armpit, and we're gonna roll onto that left side. We're gonna take that left knee, I'm gonna place it behind you, dropping the head and neck, and kind of just using that right arm to support as you feel that stretch through a little bit of a chest, but also more of the shoulder. As you're here and breathing. Good, and then gently bring yourself back onto your belly. Extend that left arm out. Bring the, right arm out, left arm in, and roll onto that right side. Take that left leg, bend the knee, place it behind you, and breathe. Good, and then back down onto your belly. We're gonna bring our arms out to the side, toes and feet together, coming into lotus. On your inhale, raise those legs and arms up, gazing forward as if you're like flying. The goal here is that we're squeezing our glutes, our hamstrings, working through that low back and arms. As you're holding here and breathing, gazing forward, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Place that right ear on the mat, arms by the side as you rest. Bend the knees a lot. We're gonna reach for our feet on the outside. So grab a hold of your feet if you can. If you aren't able to, you can always grab like a towel. That way it's something that can help hook you. But if you're able to reach it, you're gonna hold here. Take a breath, and as you exhale, you're gonna kick into your hands. That way the legs can come up. Pressing through, lift up high. As you're holding here and reaching up, squeeze, working through those muscles again, glutes, hamstrings, a little bit that low back. Hold it here for 5, for 4, 3, for 2, and 1. Gently come down, left here onto the mat. Arms by the side as you relax. Bring those arms close so it can help push you up. Coming into a wide stance for our child's pose, so our knees are not close, but wide as our mats. Drop our hips, reaching out forward and dropping that forehead down. Letting the chest just kind of come down further. Forehead on the mat as we're here and breathing. Bringing the arms in, helping you up. Go ahead and flip on over, having a seat, coming into bow pose. So in bow, we're gonna do a little ab focus here. We're gonna work our abs a little bit. So you're either holding your bow pose here, toes down, or if you really wanna work it, you can do in V up. So as we're holding here, as we inhale, we're gonna lean back. And as we exhale, bring it forward. We're gonna do that for 5. Inhale, go back. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 4, and 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then slowly drop the feet nice and gently all the way onto your back. All right, keeping the knees bent, we're gonna come into bridge. Arms can be by your side as you drive those hips nice and high. Hold here. You can interlace, tucking of the shoulders, or you can do that cartwheel. And as we're holding here, we're thinking driving the hips up, squeezing the glutes, pressing with the heels, balls of the feet. As we're holding, deep breaths. Squeezing those glutes. If your hands are behind, one vertebrae at a time, gently bring it down, knees into chest, and a little rock side to side. Give yourself a squeeze, so wrapping and holding onto the elbows, nice and big hold, creating one big ball with your body, squeezing and holding here, trying to bring the nose into the knees. Good, and then release. We're gonna hang on to that right knee as you extend the left leg out. We're gonna interlace our hands so we can squeeze the knee towards the out, not our rib cage, but the outer part of our chest towards the armpit on the right side. Hold here and squeeze. Legs are staying nice and relaxed. As you're holding here and breathing. And gently release. Taking that left arm, we're gonna bring it to that left side, extending that right arm out as we're twisting. Remember, you can always grab a blocker, so if you'd like to have as a placement to help bring that leg down. Twisting and breathing, nice deep breaths. Using that left arm to help guide the right knee towards that left side. Right arm's extended and you're looking over that right shoulder. Slowly bring that leg back to center. Switching sides, so left knee comes in, right leg extends out. Interlacing your hands so you can bring it towards the outer part of your chest, not on top of your rib cage, so towards that left armpit. Squeezing it there, holding it with the arms. Elbows stay tucked in. Legs are nice and relaxed. And breathe. Good, and release. Taking that right arm, guiding that left knee on that right side as you extend the left arm and twist and looking over that left shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Twisting and gently guide that left leg back to the middle. Bring those knees in one more time. A little rock side to side. And then coming into our happy baby, bringing the legs up, grabbing hold on the outer part of your feet. As we rock side to side, letting those knees roll out to the side towards your armpit area, not on top of your rib cage. Release the legs. Extend them forward. Arms by your side as we come here in our final Savasana. And as we rest here, we're going to think about that forehead, relaxing. As we refocus on our breath, our eyes close so we can really be intentional with each breath. Letting the jaw relax, letting that tongue touch the tip of your mouth, letting the shoulders melt into the mat, letting those fingertips curl in, feeling the hips relax, down the knees to the toes, letting the feet roll out naturally to the sides. Continuing to focus on your breath as we lay here in stillness. As we slowly begin to awaken, start by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Roll over to one side, creating a pillow with the arm underneath, stacking the knees together. Take a breath here. And then gently bring you up into a seated position. And namaste. Good job. Well done for your day 2. Keep it up, everybody, and we'll see you next week.